Welcome back. You're watching NewsX. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. The US-Iran conflict has entered a dangerous new phase with tensions escalating across the Gulf. Iran has announced the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, a critical global oil choke point, while the US says it has carried out strikes on 90 Iranian military targets. Tehran claims it has retaliated by targeting US military assets in Kuwait, Bahrain and Qatar, and says significant damage was inflicted on a US facility in Bahrain. Explosions have also been reported from Iran's Bushehr province, while Iranian officials say recent US strikes have killed at least 14 people and injured 78 others. Now, US President Donald Trump claims Iran now wants to make a deal badly, but warned Washington would respond even harder to any further attacks. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has vowed retaliation, saying Tehran will respond with action. Meanwhile, 9 Indian ships carrying over 190 seafarers remain near the Strait of Hormuz as fears of a wider regional conflict continue to grow. Let me, in fact, quickly address some breaking news now coming in on this big story. Well, 3 members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, the IRGC, have been killed in US strikes. The report says the casualties were members of Iran's elite Revolutionary Guards, as reported by the Iranian news agency. So 3 IRGC members killed in these fresh strikes. Ambassador Bashwati Mukherjee, that's the latest statement coming in.
Yes, well, frankly, I think that both sides really desperately need a face saver to restart the ceasefire and go in for a permanent pause. Because these kind of strikes which Iran is conducting actually indicate a certain amount of desperation, and secondly will result in dissipation of international sympathy for Iran on one hand, and secondly, on the part of US, they had said that they would allow the funeral ceremonies to conclude before beginning any hostilities if required. They have not done that. As far as I know, the final day is tomorrow. At the same time, clearly, the Americans and a lot of other countries, including India, cannot accept that a toll will be exacted on tankers going through the Straits of Hormuz, either on the Omani side or the Iranian side, as the case may be. Here again, many are blaming Trump for having started this conflict because it has actually resulted in the weaponization of Straits of Hormuz by both Iran and Oman at the cost of international oil prices and setting an extremely bad example for other choke points where no such toll exists, for the simple reason that it is against the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, the UNCLOS. So I think, Uday, that this may continue tit for tat for another few days, but neither side now has the appetite for a prolonged conflict. And the moment the conflict starts, it immediately hits oil prices, oil procurement, etc., etc. Third countries who think, thank God, things have settled down, oil prices are dropping, etc., including India. Suddenly you get up in the morning and you find, oh my God, it's back to the same bad situation as before. They will have to put it down. The midterms are coming. Trump cannot wait.
Yes. Let me in fact address some more news coming in now.